Hello, Skylarks and Swallows. How have you been? It's been a few days now since I've read you a story. Now, if I remember rightly, this week in maths, you've been doing some doubling. Is that right? Yeah? And I know some of your doubling work has been about a ladybird. Is that right? Yeah? Anyway, I wonder if you remember this ladybird from when I read What the Ladybird Heard at the Seaside. Do you remember that one? So it's a ladybird from that. And actually, she's got some dots on each of her wings. If I cover up one, should we see how many there are? 1, 2, 3, 4. So she has 4 on the other wing. Double 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, the reason I've shown you that ladybird is not only because you're doing doubling in maths this week, but because I'm going to read you a story about a ladybird. Now, the author and illustrator is someone that you know, someone you've seen lots of books from, and that's Eric Carle. And the blurb on the back says, "The bad-tempered ladybird picks fights with every animal it meets, but soon learns the importance of friends." Oh, shall we see what happens then? The bad-tempered ladybird. Now, quite often, the books by Eric Carle about insects started with a little egg, didn't it, on a leaf. Let's see if this one does too. It was night, and some fireflies danced around the moon. At 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun came up. So there's no eggs in this one. At 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun came up. A friendly ladybird flew in from the left. It saw a leaf with many aphids on it and decided to have them for breakfast. But just then, a bad-tempered ladybird flew in from the right. It too saw the aphids and wanted them for breakfast. So we've got the friendly one from the left and the bad-tempered one in from the right. "Good morning," said the friendly ladybird. "Go away," shouted the bad-tempered ladybird. "I want those aphids." "We can share them," suggested the friendly ladybird. "No, they're mine, all mine," screamed the bad-tempered ladybird. "Or do you want to fight me for them?" "If you insist," answered the friendly ladybird sweetly. It looked the other ladybird straight in the eye. The bad-tempered ladybird stepped back. It looked less sure of itself. "Oh, you're not big enough for me to fight," it said. "Then why don't you pick on somebody bigger?" "I'll do that," screeched the bad-tempered ladybird. "I'll show you." It puffed itself up and flew off. The aphids, they're the tiny little black flies that are on the leaves, on the plants. It's actually good if the ladybirds eat them because the aphids can actually damage the plants. So that was at, let's see the time, at 5 o'clock. So the next bit is at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, it met a wasp. "Hey, you," said the bad-tempered ladybird. "Want to fight?" If you insist," said the wasp, showing its stinger. "Oh, you're not big enough," said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. So that was 6 o'clock. I hope you can see there are actually clocks up at the top. So that's 6 o'clock. One more hour would be 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, the bad-tempered ladybird saw a stag beetle. "Hey, you," said the bad-tempered ladybird. "Want to fight?" "If you insist," said the stag beetle, opening its jaws. Oh, you're not big enough," said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. So there's the stag beetle. And they've got, you see, right at the very front, its jaws, they've got pinchers. So 7 o'clock, this must be 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, it came across a praying mantis. "Hey, you," said the bad-tempered ladybird. "Want to fight?" "If you insist," said the praying mantis. reaching out with its long front legs. There it is, long front legs. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At 9 o'clock, it almost flew into a sparrow. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the sparrow, opening its sharp beak. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, it saw a lobster. The lobster. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the lobster, stretching its claws. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. It's 10 o'clock, must be 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, it bumped into a skunk. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the skunk, starting to lift its tail. They spray some nasty smelling stuff. They lift their tail to try to keep things away from them. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. It's 11 o'clock. I don't know if you can see, but it's now right up at the top. That means it's 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, it spotted a boa constrictor. That's a type of snake. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the snake, right after lunch. Oh, you're not big enough. Can you see what's about to eat? Squirrel. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. Now, after 12, it goes back round again, and it's now 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, it happened upon a hyena, a wild dog. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the hyena, laughing eerily and showing its teeth. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. At 2 o'clock, it met a gorilla. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the gorilla, beating its chest. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. Really? Because gorillas are pretty big, aren't they? At 3 o'clock, it ran into a rhinoceros. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? If you insist, said the rhinoceros, lowering its horn. It's about to charge. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. Really? That does look rather scary, though. So 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, it encountered an elephant. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, want to fight? Brrr. If you insist, said the elephant, raising its trunk and showing its big tusks. Oh, you're not big enough, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. What do you think will come next? Do you know what's happening? Can you see what's happening to the animals? They are getting bigger and bigger, aren't they? What is bigger than an elephant? You got it. At 5 o'clock, it met a whale. Hey, you, said the bad-tempered ladybird, but the whale didn't answer at all. You're not big enough anyway, said the bad-tempered ladybird, and flew off. So that was at 5 o'clock. At 5:15, it's 5:15, just 15 minutes later, the bad-tempered ladybird said to one of the whale's flippers, Hey, you, want to fight? But it got no answer, so it flew on. It's flying along the whale, isn't it? The whale's body. At 5:30, that's 5:30, At 5:30, the bad-tempered ladybird said to the whale's fin, "Hey, you, want to fight?" It got no answer, so it flew on. At 5:45, another 15 minutes later, the bad-tempered ladybird said to the whale's tail, "Hey, you, want to fight?" And the whale's tail gave the bad-tempered ladybird such a slap, wow, that it flew across the sea and across the land. So all the whales flipped his tail, and it sent the ladybird flying across the sea and across the land, all the way back to the beginning. At 6 o'clock, the bad-tempered ladybird arrived right back where it had started from. "Ah, here you are again," said the friendly ladybird. "You must be hungry. There are still some aphids left. You can have them for dinner." "Oh, thank you," said the wet, tired and hungry ladybird. "Do you want to share them?" "Thank you." "You're welcome." Soon all the aphids were gone. "Thank you," said the leaf. "You are welcome," answered both the ladybirds, and they went to sleep. The fireflies, who had been sleeping all day, came out to dance around the moon. Everyone was happy at the very end. Well, thank you for listening, Skylarks and Swallows, and I'll see you again another day. Bye.